Hi everyone, my name is Julie Tedeschi and I am a librarian here at the Center for Legal Information. This video is part of a series of videos on how to use the library's electronic resources. This particular video deals with the library catalog. You can find the library catalog on the library's website. There are two main options for searching the catalog. You can do a search of something called a discovery layer, or you can do a search of SOLCAT, which is a more streamlined interface to the catalog. This video is going to discuss both options. However, I'm going to step back for a second and talk about what you can find in the catalog. We share our catalog with Gumberg Library, which is the main university library, and then also the Allegheny County Law Library. When you do a search, you can pick up search results for books from all three libraries. And as a Duquesne Law student, you can borrow books from all three libraries. In addition, we run a courier service between the Center for Legal Information and the Allegheny County Law Library. So if you see a book that is part of the Allegheny County Law Library collection and you think you might want that book, let us know. We might be able to get it for you so that you do not have to run down to the Allegheny County Law Library yourself. One caveat I would say is that given the COVID-19 situation, the courier service either may not be running at times or it may not be running at peak efficiency at all times. But it is an option to keep in mind. Going back to your first search option, and that was the discovery layer. When you run a search in the discovery layer, you are going to type your search query into the box you see on the library website, into the search box at the top of the screen. Your search results can contain books. By books, I mean traditional print books, but also electronic books, and that would include treatises and practice materials in databases such as Lexis and Westlaw. However, your search results are not limited to books. You will also find things like journal articles and magazine articles, newspaper articles, and even video. For the books, your search will pick up items from all three library collections: Gumberg Library, our library, Allegheny County Law Library. For the other items, things like journal articles and videos, primarily your search results will be made up of items from Gumberg Library databases. However, the discovery layer search also includes items from Hein Online. If you do not know, Hein Online is a major legal research database. It specializes in law reviews and law journals. So whenever you run your discovery layer search, you are going to pick up things from Gumberg Library databases and then also Hein Online. I'm going to do a sample search for the phrase Internet Law. When I run this search, I am going to put it in quotes. Whenever I put it in quotes, the computer will interpret the phrase as a single entity. Here you can see that I have come to the multipass credential screen. In order to use the catalog with the discovery layer interface, you must first log in. That means that you must supply your multipass credentials. Here is the search result page that you see once you have logged in. Notice that we have over 9,000 hits. That means over 9,000 items were identified as being potentially relevant to our search for the phrase Internet Law. Also notice that there are a lot of indications that you have done a search of the Gutenberg Library database. You can see Gutenberg Library's name all over the search results page. Rest assured that your search also picked up items from both our library and the Allegheny County Law Library. If you would like to limit your search to only items from the Duquesne Center for Legal Information collection, you can do that. What you need to do is select the Duquesne Center for Legal Information from the filter by location, which is located on the left side of the screen. Here I have scrolled down to filter by location. I will select that, and then I will select Duquesne Center for Legal Information. And here you can see that whenever we limit our search to the Duquesne Center for Legal Information, we are down to 163 hits. So that has significantly narrowed our search. We started off with over 9,000 items, and now we are down to 163. You can also see, if you look at the first record, Internet Law, a field guide, you get the sort of information that you are probably familiar with from a library catalog. You can see the location, the call number, that's where to find it on the shelf, and whether it is available or if it is checked out, or maybe it has been reported missing. You can find that sort of information here. That is searching the discovery layer. Next, we are going to go back to the Center for Legal Information's website, and we will do a search of SOLCAT. And here we are back on the Center for Legal Information's website. We scroll down. Right below the main search box, you will see a link to SOLCAT. SOLCAT stands for School of Law Catalog, SOLCAT. It is actually the older interface to the catalog. We keep it around because some people find it easier to use. I am going to run a search in SOLCAT. This is the SOLCAT interface. You can see that you have options for author search and title search, subject search, and then also keyword search. Whenever you search in SOLCAT, you will get search results that include books, so that would be both print books and electronic books, and then also things like journal titles. For example, you could search for the Duquesne Law Review in SOLCAT, and you would find out if we had print holdings of the journal, or if you could find the journal in databases such as Lexis or Westlaw. But you would not find articles that appear in the Duquesne Law Review. If you want articles, you would need to search a database like Westlaw or Hein Online, or you could search in the discovery layer if you were interested in articles that might be in Gutenberg Library databases or Hein Online. So that is the distinction. SOLCAT will have book records and then records for things like journal titles. The discovery layer has more granular information, but is primarily geared towards Gutenberg Library databases. So now we are going to do a sample search. As you recall, I said that whenever you search for books, you can search for electronic books. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to search to see if we have an electronic version of Wright and Miller, Federal Practice and Procedure. Say I know about the treatise and I just can't remember if it is in Lexis or Westlaw or where I saw it before, so I am going to run a catalog search. Here you can see that the most relevant entries are divided into two options. I am going to select the first option. And here you can see the title is on Westlaw. Next, I'm going to go ahead and click on this link to access Wright and Miller Federal Practice Procedure as it exists in Westlaw. I need to log into Westlaw with my individual account credentials. And here is what Federal Practice and Procedure looks like. You can see that I was taken directly from the catalog record to the item as it appears in Westlaw. So I did not need to go looking around in Westlaw running searches to find the item. I was taken directly to it. I'm going to hop back on the library's website to wrap up here. To summarize, you have two options for searching the library catalog. You can do a discovery layer search, which provides you with access to books, but also things like articles and video clips. Or you can use the more streamlined version of the catalog known as SOLCAT. Also remember that the catalog is a shared catalog with Gumberg Library and the Allegheny County Law Library, and that as a Duquesne Law student, you can borrow items from all three libraries. That is the end of this particular video. If you have questions, my name is Julie. You can reach me by using the Ask a Librarian option on the library's website. Either I will get back to you or one of my colleagues will contact you. Thank you.